Hey everybody, it's me, Uncle Greg, aka the Free American Spirit. Today we got another project going on. So hit that like button, subscribe, hit the little bell if you want to see more videos like this, and let's get to it. So what do we got here? Yeah, went and bought an old bass boat tracker. Got it cheap with the trailer and a motor. Motor ain't worth garbage, but I wasn't buying it for that. I was buying it for the hull. So the hull's in pretty good shape. No cracks or big holes or dents. It does have a little bit of crack in there, but this is a superficial piece where they put the transom, so I'll probably just cut that out and put another one on. Who cares? Anyway, so the first step we got to do is get out the motor. Look at all this junk. All this will get out later. For this motor, I'm going to use my buddy Bob's trailer again. Unfortunately, the lights aren't working. So my temporary lights are already over at the boat. I'll have to put those on. I'm going to use those zip ties to put my tag on. I don't remember that. I don't remember those wood being bowed up like that, but man, I hope it doesn't break. I'll have to put a new deck on for them. Don't want to do that. So let's get at it. So to get out the motor, I had to use a hoist. It was a fairly simple job. Undo a couple bolts, undo this steering cable, unplug the wiring harness, lift it up, and now we're going to put it down there. So that's a Suzuki two-stroke from '89. I guess all them parts go from '89-'90. That looks like it might be a stainless steel prop, maybe not. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Could be aluminum. But anyway, I could probably part it out if I wasn't lazy and make 200 on the end and 50 bucks on the prop, and another couple hundred on that trim motor and stuff. You know, but I'm just too lazy. I'll put it over here and haul it off to some guy and sell it for 75, 80 bucks because I was going to get a plan on a motor anyways. So the trailer, that'll be the next step. Once I get this boat up out here, then I'll do that. But the next project for this boat immediately is get a wire wheel, get off some of all this stuff here so I can expose the rivets, and I'll cut every rivet out on every one of these and remove this whole system here. And then we can get to the transom and make sure everything's snuffed there. I'm an old slow guy. It may take a while. Tell me what you think of the old junker boat. It's 17 foot long. You know, I looked at buying, I was going to start this project scrap from a new hull, but a brand new hull with nothing in it, you know, just the boat itself stripped down at 16 foot, they're $6,400. So, you know, I got this dirt cheap. I'll be lucky by the time I get done putting the flooring in and everything else in if I'll have 2,500 in it. So that's $4,000 savings for me with a buddy of mine's muscle, because he owes me. That's the way we roll. All right, kids, welcome back. We taking those old seats. I took this hardware off, threw the seats away, and we're starting tearing down stuff. So in order to get that big piece out, I got to get that piece out, which means I got to take that out. But I actually started drilling all these rivets out, and you can see how nasty that is. And that's one of the boxes there, and the other box is over there. So I'm going to continue working on this, and then when I get tired, I'll take out that wiring right there and try to get that center console out. Well, we got the front deck off. Finally got that steering column off and got the cable disconnected and whatnot. So now we're going to take all this off, and I'm probably going to leave that piece down there on. And then I got to rip this stuff off. And once I get all that out, then I got to rip up this piece right here, and there's like a subfloor in there. I don't know if you can see that, but we'll rip it all the way back to there, because that's a whole nother monster to deal with. And that's where I'm going to leave you for right now. Well, now I got it all vacuumed out, so that's looking much better. Gotta get these boxes out. Vacuum all that back there. I can work on that to get those out. And down in there, true to my treasure hunting nature, look at there, I found me a treasure. Can you see it? And it's a little car. This piece of aluminum right here, when I took all these bolts out, it's really flapping around. It's degraded on the inside down there. So there's only one more nut holding it down there, I think. So I'm going to take that nut down there out. It's down there somewhere, right there, somewhere in there. There's one right there. I might have to get in, but I'm going to take that whole piece of sheet metal out since it busted apart, and I'll put a thicker one like this. Since I cut those back, it'll still have 1.5 inches for the transom. And that thing will be beefy. It'll be way better than new. It doesn't seem like a big job, but I've been here a couple hours, so I'm tired. I'm going home, but got all the wood cleaned out. That piece came out really nice, so the transom wood that was all deformed, I can actually make that a nice pattern now. So I'll get a little bit thicker piece of metal, put it in here. These all push up a little bit. And I also see when that transom gave, you can see where that bent a little bit right there. So I have to, when I get all that stuff out, lay down and bend that way. Other than that, all the wood's out. Looks pretty good. Now I just got to get all that crud out. And now we finally got that subflooring out over there. We took the live well out over here. My buddy Augie's over there supervising. He's going to be fishing. That's my Navy buddy. Anyways, so now I just got to hack all that foam out, but I'm tired. That'll be tomorrow. So just to let you know, on that live well, they used those big rivets like these over here because it's like a supporting feature. But when I took them out, all you had to do is, if I'd unscrewed this, the overflow, I wouldn't have had to, I just cut through that, and then there's 4 rivets in the front of it, and I took those out. And then of course those little side pieces right there, they match these side pieces over here. So I just undid the rivets there, and the side pieces stayed to that because I didn't want to, I might use that. I didn't want to have extra holes and have to rivet it and whatever. So a little bit of a pain, but not too bad. Now back at getting after this foam. Oh, what joy. Woo! Yeah, that was some work there, getting all that junk out. So now I just got to take it and pressure wash it. So cutting all the foam out that was here, I started off with this one and a hammer, and just bent and stuff, trying to pry it. Then I got his bigger brother, and I got a 2-pound baby sledge. Same thing. I'm too old for that crap. It just wore me out in 10 minutes. I was having a stroke. So then I just started taking this, and I put the long blade on and being very careful so you don't poke a hole here, but you can see where it touched a little bit. I cut like 4 lines this way and 4 lines this way. And then from my metal detecting series, I had this shovel, which is like a 1/2 inch bar with a shovel on the end of it. And I put that in there. And then when you pry it, you got a nice long pry, and it came out in real big chunks. So once I got all that out, then I just had to go around with this and scrape a little of this leftover foam like here. You know, scrape that off the best I can. So that's pretty good. Boy, that stuff is nasty, but I'm really surprised that aluminum's not corroded more than, I mean, it hardly looks corroded at all. It's got some of that staining's all from, you know, the wood and oil and whatever crap. So I'm going to take this down and pressure wash it real good. And when I get it done pressure washing in a time or two, then we'll go to the next step. Well, I guess before I pressure wash it out, I mark some lines here. I'm just going to jigsaw this whole back piece here, because eventually I'm going to have to cut those and put new ones on. So I've already done this one. Had to take the cleats off. And I'm also going to have to sand all that stuff off. So it'd just be easier if this is out of the way, and, you know, paying a guy $60 to, or whatever it is, to re-weld that back on and weld that plate on there. You know, well worth the hours that I would spend trying to reach around everything and crawling under everything to get it cleaned up. Alrighty, jigsaw works just fine. Anyways, guys, appreciate you looking in. Thumbs up, subscribe, use those links because it helps me bring videos like this, and pass the video around. Thanks. Bye.